Welcome to LUME AUTO. Tonight, we take you on a journey beyond imagination, into a world where luxury doesn't end at your driveway, but stretches across endless highways, wrapped in elegance and silence. This is the 2029 Rolls-Royce Odyssey, the world's first ultra-luxury motorhome, crafted not just to move you, but to redefine what it means to live on the road. Imagine a horizon where technology and craftsmanship blend so seamlessly that it feels like the vehicle itself has a soul. The Odyssey begins as a whisper, a concept born inside the secret innovation studios of Goodwood, where Rolls-Royce's most daring designers asked a forbidden question: what if a mansion could move? From that spark, the Odyssey took shape, a motorhome that carries the genetic code of the Phantom, the spirit of the Cullinan, and the ambition of an interstellar yacht. Every surface, every light, and every whisper of motion is designed for a single purpose: to make the road disappear beneath serenity. Its exterior is poetry in aluminum and carbon fiber. The Odyssey stretches over 35 feet of rolling sculpture, its surface finished in a two-tone mist of starlight silver and obsidian ink. When sunlight strikes, the paint shimmers like liquid crystal, a Rolls-Royce signature called illusory depth coat, designed to shift hue with every mile traveled. The front fascia carries the unmistakable Pantheon grille, but here it glows, softly illuminated from within, as if powered by starlight. The Spirit of Ecstasy rises at dawn, not mechanically but gracefully projected through a holographic emitter. Her wings aren't made of metal, but of pure light, a symbol that this Odyssey isn't bound by the world it moves through. And then there's silence. The Odyssey's heart beats with a new generation all-electric powertrain, twin E-motors delivering 800 horsepower and 100 newton-meters of torque, seamlessly distributed through an adaptive all-wheel drive system. But what you feel isn't power, it's peace. A Rolls-Royce silence engineered to absorb the world outside, until even the sound of rain feels like part of a symphony. Inside, the experience begins not with an engine start, but with a welcome. The doors slide open in a whisper, revealing an interior that feels more like a private yacht lounge than a vehicle cabin. The floors are made of Arctic white oak, cross-laminated with strands of glass fiber for strength. The ceiling, a living constellation of 2,000 fiber optic stars, changes its pattern based on your journey's location. Every surface inside the Odyssey feels alive. The steering column retracts automatically once parked, and the front chairs rotate to face the lounge, converting the cockpit into a conversational suite. Rolls-Royce calls it the social circle. At the center, a crystalline table unfolds from the floor, glowing with ambient light as it senses motion. A 3D projector emerges, capable of displaying maps, news, or holographic entertainment right in the center of your living space. But the true marvel lies deeper. Behind the curtains of craftsmanship is intelligence. The Odyssey's AI concierge, named Eleanor, is modeled after the same philosophy as the brand's legendary mascot. She speaks softly, anticipates needs, and manages everything from cabin lighting to temperature zones, even your sleep cycle based on your circadian rhythm. Eleanor isn't just software, she's presence. When you speak to her, light flows gently through the cabin, illuminating the air itself, as if the vehicle is breathing in response. The living quarters unfold as an art form, a panoramic suite with adaptive furniture that shifts position with voice commands. The recliners transform into a queen-sized bed, upholstered in sustainable cashmere, sourced from northern Scotland. Behind the sleeping area, a starlight dome opens to reveal a digital sky, an OLED canopy that can simulate sunrise or the Milky Way at night. Every movement in the Odyssey is choreographed. Drawers open with a soft pulse of light.
Curtains slide like liquid silk.
Even the aroma of the cabin is curated, each scent matched to the time of day. Rolls-Royce collaborated with perfumers from Paris to create 4 exclusive interior fragrances: Aurora Mist, Noir Horizon, Velvet Ember, and Silent Drift. Outside, the Odyssey's panoramic side panels shift transparency automatically, turning opaque for privacy or clear for scenic views. Embedded nanocells adjust the tint to match sunlight conditions. And when parked by a mountain or the ocean, the Odyssey extends its side terraces, retractable glass balconies that let you dine with the sky. As twilight settles, the Rolls-Royce emblem glows faintly on the ground beneath the door, not as a logo, but as an invitation, a symbol that luxury is not about ownership, but about the feeling of infinity. End of Part 1. Part 2 continues the journey through performance, lifestyle features, and the emotional storytelling of the Odyssey experience. The 2029 Rolls-Royce Odyssey isn't merely transportation, it's a meditation on what it means to move. Once the wheels begin to turn, you feel as if the earth itself is gliding beneath you. The suspension, powered by the next generation of Rolls-Royce's planar system, scans the road 20 meters ahead and recalibrates every spring, damper, and actuator in milliseconds. Each motion feels like silk draped over glass. Even gravel roads feel like marble under the Odyssey's feet. In motion, the Odyssey transforms into what the engineers call a moving sanctuary. The electric motors operate in perfect silence, but the cabin isn't soundless and it's tuned. Rolls-Royce sound designers have introduced what they call quiet resonance, a barely perceptible harmony that reacts to motion, creating a subtle hum that mirrors your heartbeat. The effect is deeply psychological. It connects driver and machine as one organism, one journey, one rhythm. As the Odyssey glides through the landscape, Eleanor, the AI companion, narrates the unseen, guiding through historical landmarks, hidden nature trails, and even recommending scenic routes based on the current light conditions. Her voice shifts with the time of day, crisp and formal in the morning, soothing and cinematic by nightfall. Would you like the mountains bathed in roselight or silver? She might ask before tinting the panoramic roof accordingly. This isn't a motorhome built for haste. It's built for presence. The Odyssey invites its passengers to experience stillness in motion, a paradox Rolls-Royce perfected through what they call temporal design. The cabin subtly slows visual cues as speed increases, using dynamic lighting and hue adjustments to trick the brain into perceiving calm. The result? No motion fatigue, no rush, just timeless grace. In the rear section of the Odyssey lies the Horizon Suite, a modular space that redefines comfort. The bed transforms into a floating platform that automatically adjusts its angle according to road inclines. The walls display real-time scenic feeds from exterior cameras, seamlessly stitched into a wraparound digital canvas. You can fall asleep facing a projected ocean in Portugal and wake up to the real dawn in the Alps. There's a compact but masterful kitchen built in collaboration with Gaggenau, hidden beneath sliding panels of smoked walnut. Surfaces appear at a gesture, appliances rise silently, and meals can be prepared with the same elegance as a 5-star suite. Even the cutlery carries the RR monogram, etched by laser microcarving. Step outside and the Odyssey extends its brilliance into the world. Retractable canopies emerge from the roofline, creating a shaded veranda illuminated by ambient edge lights. An outdoor lounge unfolds from the side panels. 2 armchairs and a table materialize from within the frame, upholstered in weatherproof silk composite. The flooring is woven carbon leather, cool to touch, self-cleaning, and patterned with the Rolls-Royce insignia. And then comes the atrium, a vertical glass panel that opens upward like cathedral doors, revealing a two-level skylight that floods the cabin with sunlight. When parked in wilderness, this transforms into an open-air observation deck. The Odyssey isn't just built for travel, it's built for transcendence. Every journey in the Odyssey is a story told through light and motion. The exterior lights trace subtle auroras as night falls, softly shifting hues like the northern lights, visible not to draw attention, but to express emotion. It's Rolls-Royce's way of saying that luxury should not shout, it should breathe. Powering this poetry is a battery system unlike anything before, a graphene-infused solid-state pack that delivers 700 miles of range on a single charge. It recharges to 80% in just 15 minutes via the Rolls-Royce Phantom Inductive Grid, an invisible charging platform that works without cables. When plugged in overnight, the Odyssey performs a lunar reset, a digital detox mode where it synchronizes the lighting, aroma, and sound to emulate moonlight and prepare the body for deep sleep. But even with all its technology, the Odyssey remains profoundly human. The craftsmanship inside bears the fingerprint of artisans who still hand-stitch the interiors, polish the wood veneers, and tune every mechanism by ear. Every Odyssey is built to order, no two alike. Clients collaborate directly with Rolls-Royce's bespoke collective, designing every inch from inlay to embroidery. Some request personal constellations on the ceiling, others embed family crests into the walls. The Odyssey becomes not a vehicle, but an autobiography. The price? Rolls-Royce hasn't officially announced it, but insiders whisper that each unit may exceed $3.5 million, and even that, customers say, feels justified. Because this isn't a purchase.
It's an inheritance. As dusk settles over a distant horizon, the Odyssey glides to a gentle stop.
Eleanor's voice hums softly. We've arrived. Would you like the sunset or the stars tonight? The glass roof fades to transparent, revealing a galaxy stretching above. Inside, the starlight headliner mirrors the sky perfectly. Two worlds, one above, one within, glowing in unison. End of Part 2. Part 3 will conclude with legacy, emotion, and the vision Rolls-Royce holds for the future of luxury travel. The night outside deepens. The air hums with quiet perfection as the 2029 Rolls-Royce Odyssey rests beneath the stars, a vessel of glass and light, breathing like a living sculpture in the wilderness. Inside, the passengers recline in silence, the ceiling starlight shimmering like distant galaxies reflected in a calm sea. This is where the journey transcends travel. It becomes meditation. For Rolls-Royce, the Odyssey isn't just a machine. It's a statement about what comes next for humanity. A whisper that the future of mobility isn't about speed or power, but about grace. In an age obsessed with technology, the Odyssey reminds us that true innovation serves serenity, not spectacle. The engineers behind this masterpiece call it emotional engineering, a philosophy that blends human intuition with artificial intelligence, design with feeling, and time with memory. When morning arrives, the Odyssey awakens with its passengers. Curtains draw themselves open, letting in a golden wash of sunlight across the cabin. The dashboard comes to life like an orchestra tuning before a symphony. Ambient lighting shifts from amber to ivory, and Eleanor greets softly, "Good morning." Today's journey takes us through the clouds. Outside, the world feels almost painted. The Odyssey glides along alpine ridges, mist curling around its frame as if reluctant to let it pass. Every curve of the vehicle catches the morning light, transforming it into a moving jewel. The chrome accents melt into the landscape. The Spirit of Ecstasy gleams in a halo of dew. It's in these moments that one realizes the Odyssey isn't built to dominate the road. It's built to belong to it. Within the lounge, breakfast unfolds automatically, porcelain trays emerging from hidden drawers. a steaming cup of artisan espresso presented at perfect drinking temperature. Rolls-Royce has engineered not only the comfort of the body, but the rhythm of the soul. Every detail is deliberate, every motion designed to whisper, "You are where you're meant to be." Later that day, the Odyssey parks by a glass lake. The side panels slide open, creating a floating terrace that hovers just above the water's edge. Reflected beneath it, the Rolls-Royce emblem ripples gently. Eleanor lowers her voice to a murmur. "Would you like to pause here?" she asks. And for once, even time seems to agree. The sunset becomes a performance. Light dancing across the Odyssey's metallic skin, blending with the cabin glow. The passengers watch as the horizon folds into night and the stars return one by one. From the distance, the vehicle looks less like a motorhome and more like a dream in an elegant
Silhouette against infinity, it's
hard to imagine this masterpiece once began as a mere concept sketch, a designer's fantasy scribbled in Goodwood. Now it represents something greater, a future where art, engineering, and imagination travel together. Rolls-Royce has always been about legacy, about creating objects that outlive their owners. But the Odyssey redefines that legacy. It isn't a monument to wealth, it's a monument to wonder. In the end, perhaps that's what the Odyssey teaches best. That luxury isn't about where you go, but how the world feels when you get there. It's about silence, grace, and the privilege of motion that leaves no noise behind. As the camera drifts upward, the Odyssey glows softly in the dark, its lights tracing the outline of perfection. The Spirit of Ecstasy folds her luminous wings as Eleanor whispers the final words of the night. Wherever your journey takes you, may it always feel like home. And with that, the road stretches into tomorrow, endless and golden. Subscribe to LUME Auto for more luxury journeys, where imagination meets motion, and every vehicle tells a story of the future.